Good morning YouTube friends, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to catch up with you on what we've been doing here at the Gone Potty Homestead. First off, we got the electricity back I think a couple of days ago. That was after 16 days without, and to be honest it was alright at first, but yeah, it was hard, especially the cold. You know, we've got the stove in the front room, but we couldn't use obviously the radiators wouldn't work. So, you know, when you were going to bed, it was absolutely bitter. And the longer we were without heat, the colder the actual house got, you know. And when we did get the electric back, it took a long time to get the house warm again. The ones that were the only ones waiting that amount of time. There were people waiting longer than that. And, you know, it caused so much damage, really did. Our generator broke down, that made it worse, so we had to go and hire another one. And then, of course, the weight of the generator to try and lift it out of the car, that was difficult. There's all things that weren't good about it, but now we're back to normal. We're just trying to sort out the house, really, you know. Bring all the stuff back outside that we needed indoors, the gas bottle and all stuff. I'll take you outside in a minute and show you what they did to the trees. But I mean, it's still an absolute mess out there. But luckily, you know, we've found a solution, which we was over the moon with. I'll tell you about that when we're outside. After about day 10 with no electric, it really was getting difficult. I was full of cold. Helen has COPD and has to use the nebulizer, so it was really difficult. And the local TD got in touch with us, and he managed to put us in a hotel for a few days, which we were really grateful for that. You know, nice warm room, showers, and oh, it was great. So they looked after us in that sense. It's just that, you know, I couldn't understand why it took so long to get electricity back. You know, there was no help, there was no leaflets through the door, no information. But it was all down to the community in the end. They were opening little sports clubs or in the village, you know, where you could come and charge your phone and all your stuff. But what we did, we went out and got another eco flow, so we should be a bit more prepared if it happens again. But oh, you know, we need to invest in a small colour gasifier as well, just to put in, you know, a room to warm it up before we go to bed. We invested in a camping shower, you know, that it has is it a lithium battery in it, Helen?
Yeah, and you put it in a bucket of warm water.
Yeah.
It pumps it.
Yeah. But we didn't fancy standing in the freezing cold bathroom, so we ended up, you know, boiling water with the big stove kettle on the gas hob and, you know, washing like that. So I was trying to make good a bad situation. So I was laying there one night, I thought, oh, that's a good idea. What I thought, there's so many trees down in there, them conifers, I thought I could use those cut all the side branches off, you know, and keep the actual long posts, and I could make raised beds out of them. So I'm going to do that. So that perked me up a bit. You know, it didn't seem so bad if I was getting something out of it, you know, for the garden. And I know that it's brought down the arch in the back as well, so I could make a new arch. So I'm really delighted. So it's kind of taken off that edge of it being all so bad. Look at them lot, they've been asleep all night. Asleep half the day. So it was my birthday recently, and my daughter sent me a little bit of money, so I purchased something I'm going to show you. So I thought I'd get a little set of these walkie-talkies, because I'm thinking I've had a few falls outside before now, one particularly bad, nasty one. And with Helen having her COPD and being indoors while I'm spending quite a few hours outside, I thought it'd be good to keep this, and if I keep it on me at all times, and Helen does, you know, we've got that contact. I thought they were quite neat little things. Look, 16 channels on there, so yeah, and you can charge them by USB, and I think they were about £20. So that'll come in handy for us. Keep each other safe anyway. I think the range on them is about 5 kilometres, so it's quite good really, isn't it, for a cheap little walkie-talkie. This was another parcel that came today, so I'm just going to undo that. Looks like a little DIY kit, gloves, a spare chains, a chain for the saw, and some string. Look, it snapped clean off of that shaft.
They'll probably let you keep it if you argue it and just say, I can't send it back, it's too big. And Post won't accept it because of lithium, and Castle Monkey don't do it anymore.
I just can't believe that. I was looking forward to using that. Yeah, it snapped right off at that end bit.
I can't tell you how wonderful it is to be back in the kitchen again after Storm Eowyn. And so today we're getting back into the swing of it. We've lost everything that was batch cooked in the freezers, so that's quite a lot of produce that Jackie grew in the garden that's just got lost in the storm. But c'est la vie, that's life, that's nature, and that's the game we're in, isn't it? We've got to work with it. And it's a great opportunity with having a storm that we get the chance to renew. New growth will come from that was destroyed by the intense winds, and also, perhaps some trees that were ready to be felled have now found their way to the ground, which will be cleared, and Jackie will go into all of that. But I'm, of course, about the cooking today, and I'm so excited. Here I am with my onions. I love my onions. Piece of ginger as well, but I'm going to make a soup, and in my usual way, so that I can batch cook again, is I'm going to be using the Instant Pot. So I'll be using the pressure cooker and making a big pot. So today's soup is butternut, carrot, coconut, and ginger soup. Now, it's one I've totally made up, so we'll find out if it's going to work really well. But it should do. And I'm just looking now for my other bits and pieces that are going to go in the pot. Yeah, I've got everything here. So the first thing is that I've got probably about 2 to 3 medium to large onions. For me, the more onions, the better. And an inch of garlic. And an inch of ginger. Get it right. Get it right. The garlic comes in a minute. So I'm just going to rough chop that. I mean, later on I'm going to be making a curry. And in that curry, it's going to have to be very finely chopped or grated or something, or blended. But for now, it's rough chopped. Everything can go into the Instant Pot rough chopped. Because what's actually going to happen is, at the end of the cooking time, it's all going to be blended. So all the flavours will come through. So here's my Instant Pot. I'm going to put them in. So ginger, rough chopped onions in. Now, of course, the next one's my carrots, isn't it? Oh, how sad it is, really, because I'm sure these are lovely carrots, but they won't quite have the same flavour as the ones that Jackie grows straight from the garden. But never mind. We are very grateful that we are still able to get the things that we need, do the things we want to do. It's not easy, though, because, I mean, I have my health issues. In a wheelchair a lot of the time because I can't walk a lot. When I do walk, it's with a lot of assistance. I use one of those rollators. It's quite handy, actually, for putting all your bits in, but there's always a bonus, isn't there? So there's all my carrots, lovely juicy carrots, into the Instant Pot. I just love working with fresh things that have grown, things that are natural from nature. Here's something here. Potatoes. So that's about 3 medium carrots in there. And that's 3 medium potatoes chopped up and peeled. They've gone in. And a butternut squash. That's gone in. Whoa. Now, this is one that I have to do. This is coconut shavings. And you can use desiccated coconut. You could use fresh coconut. You could put a bit of coconut cream in if you wanted. But I'm just going to put the pure coconut shavings in. They've been dried, of course, but I would say the equivalent of about, oh God, a cup, half a cup. That's about half a cup, yeah. That's how we rock and roll here, it's about. Now, the other things I've got to do, I'm going to put them away for later, because they're going in my curry later that I'm going to make. But we'll see that another day, I expect. We've got the very lazy garlic. I know, but Jackie grew all that beautiful garlic. And then we froze the cloves and we were using them all the time and they were absolutely brilliant. Great flavour. Very easy to work with. And we lost it all in the storm. So I'm using lazy garlic today. Garlic's garlic. But, you know, I think what's a shame is it's not what we grew from home, but it's still been grown. Someone's grown it. And this dish is being made with love. I'm going to put a teaspoon of turmeric in there. They say that's good for you, don't they? And I'm going to put a teaspoon of lazy garlic. That's going to be quite strong, I think. Still, I'm not complaining. I like it strong. Yeah, are you all right there, Jackie? Yeah, I'm I don't know what she's on about, but she's talking next door to me. Something about next recording. So I think you could be in for a new video. That'd be exciting, wouldn't it? Okay, so here we are. It's all in here. I'm going to mix all that up. Get a big spoon. Now, I haven't added salt and pepper. Oh, the smell of that. Wow. Jackie, do you want to come here a minute and smell this? Oh, dear me. We've got to feel it. All that noise you can hear, that's the dogs. As soon as Jackie gets up, they follow. They absolutely adore her. Well, who doesn't? Just come here and give yourself a sniff of that. Isn't that nice?
Yeah, lovely.
Oh, oh. Well, I'm just going to put some vegan bouillon in and then I'll top it with water. And what I tend to do is top it to about an inch over the solid ingredients in there. This is my vegan bouillon. A little bit of that. This is the reduced salt version. Now, yeah, we've just about finished that. Well, we have finished that. That's gone. I'm going to fill that up with water to about an inch over the actual, what do you call it? Ingredients. Couldn't think of the word then. I think I'm losing it. Well, I think Jackie would agree I've lost it a long time ago. But anyway, that's another story. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fill that to an inch over that wall there. Then I'm going to put it in the Instant Pot. It's going to cook. And what will happen afterwards is it's going to be blended. But, haha, I've forgotten vital ingredient. The thing that makes it a creamy soup. Cashew nuts. I need... Oh, come here, come here. Just pure, unsalted, unroasted, just natural cashew nuts. That is about 3/4 of a cup. Great. Oh, I'm glad I didn't forget them because it wouldn't be creamy, and we like it creamy. So there's no added extra fats. The fats that are in this meal come from the actual ingredients themselves rather than me adding a dollop of olive oil or something. There's no added sugars. The sugars all come and the carbs all come from the vegetable ingredients themselves. So it's completely plant-based, this recipe. Wow. Now, so just now I'm going to, as I said, I'm going to put that inch of water over the top and we'll set it going and I'll see you later when it's done. And yeah, well, hopefully it's going to be a really good soup.
So I'll take you out to the road and I'll show you what's been done. So the electric's been fixed. Took them about 4.5 hours, I think. A bracket that attached the electric to the house had all been ripped off and it wasn't as straightforward as they thought it was. So yeah. The electric man put the thingy cable up, look, on a bit of tape, on a twig, right up in the air, just until the internet people come. So I'll take you up to the start of what would be our land again. So the electric people have put it back through the tree, so I'd rather have them have cut them underneath it, but yeah, and they've cut a load of stuff and it's all along the edge here, so that'll all have to be cleared up because it's just chucked in. Their priority was obviously to get people's electric on, but you know, there's just so much of it. I'm leaning over the wall looking at it, and I think it'll be, well, there's a lot, it seems like a lot, but once we get that shredder going, and we could keep the long bits for, you know, the garden. But yeah, a huge bit there, isn't it? And them trees, look at the state they look. It'd quite easily come down again, couldn't it? But what can you do? You've got your electric back and that's it. In this field opposite here, you can see this is where they call it a turlock, a flood, and it comes every year. It's just starting to show up there. And through the trees over there too. We'll just have a walk up here, past the house, and see what the situation is up here. I've already seen from the gate inside, you know, but not from the road. It's such a damp country. Look at all the moss. And ivy. So yeah, there's a lot to sort of tidy up and sort out, even in the house. But on the bright side, it's nearly the garden season, but I'm a bit miffed now about that saw. I'll have to get in touch with Amazon about that. Look at that beautiful lichen. Sign of healthy air. So with the storm we did manage, and we did get help. We did go like into the hotel for a few days, but I wouldn't want to go through that again. I hope we don't get any more like that, but with the climate change you never know, do you? It's kind of made us think, you know, would we cope here when we were older? So there's lots of things we've been talking about in that way, but you know, I know there was a lot of people that did have a lot of damage, and I hope that, you know, they're all getting back to normal. People's trees were going on people's houses. I mean, horrendous. But anyway, the storm's a bit of history now, and it's gone past, and it's a clear up now. So I'm looking forward to being able to get into that garden and get gardening. But in the next video I will be planting my first lot of seeds. I'll show you in the back of the car what I got yesterday. So I've got a bag of Jack's Magic, the traditional compost, and it has seaweed in it, so that'll give them a good start, and 33% extra free. That was really good. So the potatoes I got, these are Rooster, because these seem to do really well here. And Sharps Express, first early it says. So yeah, these need to be chitting out in the polytunnel, so I'll probably do that tomorrow. So you'll join me in the next video there. So Helen's on to Amazon now about that damaged saw. What can you do? And we've got loads of things to catch up on to get the house straight from being without power. So we'll see you all in the next video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and we'll be posting the recipe to the soup in the community post, so look out for that. All your comments mean the world to us, so see you next time. Take care everybody. Love as always. Bye.